right there, everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Let me just slide this over just a little bit here. There we go. We're about to play out Seaver's. Let me see what start this is. This is start number, I believe it's start number 10 in San Diego. And I don't think Seaver got a decision in this game. I think it was a no decision. Oh no, actually he loses this one. It's 4-0. Does he win or lose this one? Hold on, give me a second. Let me just all right. 27th. Should have had this up already. Okay, 26. Yeah, it's a law. It's he loses this one. 4-0. Goes 7 innings, and his ERA is, by this point, his ERA is 3.22. Oh no, I'm looking at June. Wait a second, I'm in the wrong place. Yeah, he loses this one 4-3. 2.66 ERA. His ERA starts going up in the month of July. So his ERA is pretty low until the end of June. It's in the 2s, and then it goes up to the 3s, and it hangs out in the 3s. It gets up to 3.85, but then he brings it back down. So he has a good beginning. The first 3 months are really, really impressive. And then the last 3 months, he starts wearing down probably. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to go over the lineups real quickly here. It's going to be Mookie Wilson leading off, Huey Brooks, third base, second, Kingman at first base, third, Foster left fielder, fourth, fifth is Strawberry, the right fielder, sixth is the catcher, Hodges, seventh is Giles, the second baseman, eighth is O'Kendall, the shortstop, and ninth is Seaver, the pitcher. San Diego, it's going to be Alan Wiggins in center field, Bonilla, the second baseman, Richards in left field, Garvey, the first baseman. Batting fourth, batting fifth is Kennedy, the catcher. Sixth is Lascano, the right fielder. Seventh is Templeton, the shortstop. Eighth is Flannery, the third baseman. And Chow is the pitcher. And let's start it. Let's start pulling cards. And here we go. Here we go. Play ball. All right, that's an 11. So that's going to be... It's Chow versus Wilson. It's going to be off Wilson at a 75. That'll be an out. An SN. Be a line out to third base. L5 rip to third baseman Flannery. One down. Put that to the side a little bit. All right. Next batter is Huey Brooks. That's a 6. That'll be off Chow. And it's a random number of 85, so that'll be an out. He is an RN, and that'll be a number in front of the plate. And pouncing on it is Kennedy. Throws out Brooks. 2 down. All right. Next up is Dave Kingman with a 5. That'll be off Chow, and that's a 62, which will be an out. An RP is a bounce to the third. Flannery throws out Kingman. 3 up and 3 down. And we move to the bottom of the inning. Wiggins leading off here against Terrific. It's going to be off of Wiggins, and it's a 53, and that'll be an SN. An out, line out to third base. Brooks snags it. 1 down. Next up is Bonilla. That's a 7, so that'll be off Bonilla. 37, and that is a RN out, which is a bouncer to short. Let's see if O'Kendall can handle this one, and he does. 2 out. Having some issues here. Got a pen and something else underneath there. All right. So Juan Bonilla is out there. And here's Gene Richards, a 4. That's going to be off Seaver, and a 33 will be a wild pitch, but there's nobody on base. We'll do it again. This is off Seaver, a 77. That'll be an out. LN, and that's bounced to short. Let's see if O'Kendall handles it. 4-10. There may be an error there. Maybe an error, and there is an error. And let's see what kind of error it's going to be. Nobody's on base. So it's going to be error 3. With nobody on base, error 3, and that's going to say booted ground ball, batter safe at first. Okay, E6. And let's get rid of that little mark there. All right, here comes Steve Garvey with a runner up first. The error on Oquendo. Here's a pitch from Seaver. That's an 8. That'll be off of Garvey. A 63. It'll be an RP. Pop-up, shortstop, middle infield, and both shortstop, second baseman come together. That's Giles and Oquendo. Oquendo calls for it, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, an error, one left. We move to the top of the second. It's going to be Foster, Strawberry, and Hodges. Here's a pitch from Chow. It's an 8. That'll be off. Foster, 72. He's an RP, and that'll be bounce to the third. And on target by Flannery, one down. All right, it's 5, so that'll be off Chow at 81. He's an LP, and that's bounced to short. Templeton. Error 10, but I doubt Templeton's an error 10. He's probably like a 3 or a 4 or a 5, but not a 10, that's for sure. Yeah, he's a 4, so he feels that cleanly. 2 down. And here is Hodges. Pitch is a 7, so that's off Hodges' card. A 28 is going to be a, let's double check that. Yeah. And a 28 is going to be a drive down the line and into the left field corner. Actually, the right field corner. He pulls one down the line past the diving Garvey, and he's going to head for second base with a double. So it's a 2-out double by Ron Hodges. And that is a loss there, and we're going to check for that. An error, no error. Okay, so here comes Giles. Pitch to Giles. That's a 4. That's going to be off Chow, a 32, and that's ball 4. So a double and a walk now, and the Mets have a couple of runners on, and Oquendo. Jose Oquendo, here's a pitch. That's a 12. That's going to be off Oquendo. Let's see what happens, and there'll be a 12, and that's going to be a base hit. He's an RN, so this is a righty versus a righty, and a 12 is going to be a pop-up behind the plate. And catcher Kennedy got it. No runs. 1 hit, so he robs him of a hit there with a pop-up. 2 left, and we go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second, we're going to see Kennedy, Lascano, and Templeton. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. That's a 7. That's going to be off Kennedy's card. And a 28 is going to be a drive in the gap, and it's going to be off the wall, played by the center fielder, Wilson, and Kennedy's into second base with a double. That's there. We're going to check for the error. No error. Okay, so we got a runner at second base. To lead off the bottom of the second, here's Lascano. 10, that's going to be off Lascano. 62, that'll be an RN out, and that's a fly ball to center. Nobody's advancing on that. Gary Templeton with a 5, that's off Seaver. 73, that's going to be an out SN. That's grounded to third. Runner will advance on this. No error. So runner goes to third. And here is Flannery. Pitch from Seaver. Looks in to Hodges for the sign. Shakes him off. Now he's ready. It's a 3. That's off Seaver. And a 17 off Seaver. Struck him out. Big K for Seaver. No runs. 1 hit. 1 left. We move to the top of the third inning. All right. Top of the third. It's going to be Seaver leading off. Here's a pitch. It's an 8. That's going to be off Seaver's card. A 78. That'll be an out. He's a pitcher out. And that'll be bounced to short. Ooh, 6-10, but he's a 4. So Templeton will handle this. 1 down. Top of the order now. Now, I made copies of all the cards so I wouldn't dirty them up. Here's a pitch from Chow. That's a 5. That's off Chow's card. An 85. That's an out. An SN. And that is a fly out to right field. Right fielder who's out there. Who is that? That's Lascano. Drifts under and makes the catch. All right, so Wilson flies out. Here's Brooks. It's a 6. That's off Chow. A 35 is ball 4. So a 2-out walk. And UB Brooks is on at first. He's got not base stealing speed, but good base running speed. Here's Dave Kingman. He's got good power. Got to move that down 1. That's a 2. That's going to be off Chow. And it's a 61. It'll be an out. An RP is a nubber again. Out from behind the plate this time is Kennedy again. So that's the second time that's happened. Has a tendency to happen a little bit too much in this game. No runs, no hits, so walk, 1 left, and we move to the bottom of the 3rd. No score in this game. It's going to be the pitcher, and then Wiggins and Bonilla at the top of the order. All right, let's do it. Pitch, it's Seaver's card, and a 15. That's going to be a strikeout, so you got him. Second strikeout for Seaver in this game. Wasn't striking out a lot of guys in 1983. Wiggins is next. Wiggins with the 10s. That's going to be off Wiggins, a 51, and that's an out. And that's a fly out right field. Strawberry towards the line, and he gets it. 2 down. Pitch to Bonilla. That's an 8. That's going to be off Bonilla, 24, and that is ripped to right for a base hit. Base hit single. Then check for an error. No error. Seaver loses 1. So Bonilla again, he's got a good base running speed, not great base stealing speed. Here's Gene Richards. Here's the pitch. That's a Z. We're not using those. It's a 4. And that's going to be off Seaver. 72 will be an LN. It's a fly out. Lifted to the left. Back goes third baseman Brooks and shortstop Oquendo. In comes Foster, and it's Foster who makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we go to the top of the 4th inning. Time to shuffle them up. Okay, we are in the top of the 4th inning. No score. It's Seaver against Chow. 1983. This was May 27th. And here's the pitch, and that's a 7. That will be off of Foster's card, and an 81 will be an RP out of some kind, grounder to short, and Templeton up with it, fires the first. 1 down here at the top of the 4th. Daryl Strawberry next. So 4, that's off Chow's card, and 86. He's an LP. That's a fly ball to deep center field, and right there is Wiggins. 2 down. Got a pitcher's duel going on here. Here's Ron Hodges. The pitch, that's going to be off Hodges' card, and that's 62. He's an LN, which will be bounced to second base and fielded cleanly by Bonilla to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down here in the 4th. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Garvey leading off. All righty, Steve Garvey. Original Dodger. It's one of those players that you never expected to leave the Dodgers, but not a great person, not a great human being. Had a lot of issues with his personal life and his married life and so on and so forth. All right, that's a 5. That's going to be off Seaver, and a 78. That'll be an RP, and that's a pop-up in the infield, and the play is made by Oquendo. Pop 6, 1 down. Terry Kennedy. That's a 5. That's off Seaver, and a 24 will be a base on balls. So Kennedy walks. Seaver loses 1 there. Next up is 6 to Lascano. It's a blank. It's a 6. That's off Seaver, and a 84 will be an out. He's an RN, and that'll be this is a potential double play, and they turn it 6-4-3 double play, and it goes from Oquendo to Giles to Kingman. So no runs, no hits, a walk, nobody left. We move to the top of the 5th inning. So it was a tailor-made double play. Ball hit hard right at the shortstop, who underhand flipped to Giles at second, and the relay to Kingman. So the Mets defense helps Seaver out, and we go to the top of the 5th. It's going to be Brian Giles leading off. Eric Chow with the pitch. That's an 11. That's off Giles. And an 82 RN. That'll be an out. That'll be pop up to the right side. First baseman Garvey, 1 down. Oquendo's up next. It's a 9. That's off Oquendo. A 83. That's an RN. It's a fly ball. Center field. Wiggins, 2 down. And it is Seaver. Tom Terrific's up. Here's a pitch to Terrific. It's off Terrific's card, and the 61 will be a strikeout. 10 in the inning, 3 up and 3 down for Chow. We go to the bottom of the 5th. All right, Gary Templeton's up now. And here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a 6. That'll be off Seaver's card. And a 34 will be a potential wild pitch, but there is nobody on base, so we'll do it again. A 10, that'll be off Templeton. And a 46 will be an out, kind of an out, and pop up to the left side. First baseman Kingman puts it away. So 1 down. Up next is Tim Flannery. Here's a pitch. It's a 10, so that's off Flannery's card. An 84 will end. Fly ball right field down the line, and that is Strawberry in the corner, and he comes up with a nice catch, nice running catch by Daryl Strawberry. And that's 2 outs, and here's the pitcher. That's a 2. That'll be off Seaver, and an 87. He's the pitcher, so I don't see the lefty-righty apply here. Let me see something. Yeah, so just gonna 87. So that's gonna be an out, a pitcher out. That's a pop up in around the home plate area, and that's the catcher. We're gonna check for an error on the catcher, and no error. So pop 2, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Leading off is Mookie Wilson, a pitch from Chow. It's a 7, that'll be off Mookie. 13, that's going to be ripped for a base hit single to left field, so leadoff hitter is on. And we're going to check for the error. No error, and we'll move down 1 there. All right, Huey Brooks now. He's going to swing away. That's a 3. That's going to be off Chow. That's 77. It's going to be some sort of an out RN. Ooh, this is a potential double play, and it's going to be a 5-4-3 double play unless Brooks can beat it out. I don't know if he can. Let's look at the chart. G5, an A would beat it out. He's a B, so he does not beat it out. So they turn a double play, around the horn double play, 5-4-3. Not what the doctor ordered for the Mets. Next up is Kingman. 7, that's off Kingman, and that's a 27. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. All right, no runs, a hit, and a left. We move to the bottom of the 6th. We got a 0-0 tie here. It's going good. Here is Alan Wiggins, top of the order, leading off against Seaver. 4, that's off Seaver's card, and 18 will be a swing and a miss. Got him. Nice curveball from Seaver. Gets Wiggins out in front. And next up is Juan Bonilla. That's a 7. That'll be off Bonilla. 48 will be an out, an RN. No, it's a bouncer to short, fielded by Okendo. 2 down. Gene Richards with the 6. That's off Seaver. 23 will be strike 3. Got him. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of the 7th inning. All right, Foster's up here in the top of the 7th. Let's pull a card. Here's a pitch from, you know what? I'm going to shuffle real quick. All right, Foster leading off. The pitch from Chow. It's, no, doesn't qualify. You know, this, I'll leave that there. It's a 6, and that's going to be off Chow, and a 45 will be an out. He's an RP, and that's a bouncer to first. Fielded cleanly by Garvey. 1 down. So Foster grounds out to the first baseman. Playing Statis Pro Baseball. This is Seaver's 10th start of 83. This is the 4th time I've done this replay using, I've used a different sim engine each time. I've done it with a nameless company I won't even mention. I've done it with Strat. I've done it with Appa. Now I'm doing it. The 4th one is doing it with Statis Pro. Then next is going to do Replay Baseball, the original vintage Replay Baseball. And that's in the mail. From my buddy Kurt Bergman. Check out his channel. Check out RJL's great weeknight inside pitch broadcast. And come over to Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. It's the Facebook group where you will be liberated. Let's see. All right, Daryl Strawberry is up. Here's a pitch from Chow. It's a 9. That's going to be off Strawberry. A 45 will be a strikeout. So big swing by Strawberry and ends up heading back to the bench. So here is Ron Hodges now. That's an 8. That's off Hodges, and a 38 will be a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Chow. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. No score in this game. It's going to be Garvey leading off for the Padres. Garvey, Kennedy, and Lezcano. And this is the beginning of, well, in '84, the San Diego Padres really turned things around and go all the way to the World Series, I believe. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. That's a 7, so that'll be off Garvey, and it's a 73. That's an RP, and it's a fly ball deep left field. Backing up is the left fielder Foster to the track and makes the catch. So Garvey gave it a ride, but it fell short. Here's Kennedy with a VD. That's nobody on base, so that's 4. That's Seaver. Seaver 54. That'll be an out, and LP's bounced to third. Brooks gobbles it up, fires to first, and that is a bullseye to first. Here's 6 to Lezcano. There's a card that disappears, so I had to create it. And here's the pitch from Seaver. That's a 7. That's going to be off Lezcano. A 73 and RN, and that's bounced to short. Charged by Okendo. Okendo throws high and pulls Kingman off the bag, and it looks like it's going to be a 2. That may be a 2-base error because the ball may roll away from Kingman. Okay, Ayer, no, he's a C, so he'll stop. He thought about going to second base, but he's going to stop at first. A faster runner would have made it to second base. So Lezcano's on with on an error by the shortstop Okendo, and it's going to be Gary Templeton. Here's a pitch. That's a 10. That's off Templeton, and that's a 51. Will be an SN out of some kind. Grounded is short. It's going to flip to the second baseman, and that's the force that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, an error, 1 left on base. We move to the top of the 8th inning. All right, it's going to be Giles, Okendo, and Seaver here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch from Chow. It's a 4. That's off Chow, and an 87. Chow's a righty, and Giles is a righty, so that'll be an out, kind of an out. And RN is a line out to the shortstop. So it's Rip, but Templeton goes up and brings it back down. A little white at the end of the top of the glove. Here's Okendo. It's a 5. That's off Chow, and the 27 will be a strikeout. So Okendo goes down swinging, 2 down. And here's Seaver. We're going to let him bat. Why not? There's 2 outs. It's a 12. That's off Seaver, and a 36 will be strike 3. Got him. No runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Seaver's still in there. It's the bottom of the order. Templeton, Flannery, and Chow. Now, if somebody gets on ahead of Chow, of course, we're going to have to pull him for a pinch hitter. We would have done the same with the Mets. So let's do it. Here's Seaver. 0-0 tie in the bottom of the 8th inning. Couldn't ask for a better game. 5. It's going to be off Seaver, and a 34 will be, it's a potential wild pitch, but there's nobody on base. 8. It's going to be off Flannery, and it's a 68. That's an LN. That's a pop-up right around the home plate area, and that's the catcher. Flips his mask away, Hodges. He grabs it for out number 1. And now it should be, wait a second. That would have been, should be, okay, Flannery, that's 1 out. Here comes Chow. Here's a pitch, 9, that's off Chow, and 82 is a pitcher. And that's a pop-up to middle infield. On the outfield grass is the second baseman and makes the catch. So I'm pushing the pitchers a little bit deeper or something. It's still 1983, so I think I can get away with that. It'll be realistic. There's nobody on base there, so let's move to Wiggins with 2 outs, and that's a 4. That's going to be off Seaver, and a 24 will be ball 4. So Seaver walks Wiggins, and he's a speedster. He's going to go, and Seaver throws over to keep him close, throws over again, and he looks and throws to the plate, and there goes Wiggins, and that's a 12. That should be a stolen base. Yes, it is. He's in there safely. The throw down from Hodges not in time, so we got a runner in scoring position here against Seaver. So that's 1, and the walk against Seaver. Now it's Juan Bonilla. All right, so Juan Bonilla. Hodges is going to go out to talk to Seaver. The go-ahead run is on second base here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now we could bring a reliever in to get us out of this situation. And you know what? It looks like we're going to go to the bullpen. Yes, we are. All right, so it's going to be Sisk coming in, and he's going to be a 6 there. He's a 2 to 8. I believe there's some optional rule that if pitchers are pitching like a shutout, they get kicked up in terms of their PB. I don't know. I don't use that yet. Maybe in the future I will use it once I get to know this game a little bit better. I am enjoying this game. It's just different times. This game takes a little bit. I find that it takes a little bit longer to play because a lot of card flipping, a lot of rolling, a lot of reading the cards. So it's not just a die roll and then you see a number and then you have a result. It's like you got to look and then you got to pull another card, then you got to pull another card, then you got to check for an error. So it's a little bit more time consuming. So it draws out. I play in more times of the day in different situations, require me to be a little quieter. Depending on what time of the day it is. Like right now, it's like 7 in the morning on Sunday morning. So, I have to be kind of quiet. I started this game last night and I put it on hold and so on and so forth, just so you know. So it's an interesting situation here. We're going to call in Doug Sisk. He's a 2 to 8, so there's more chances it's off the pitcher card. So there's fewer chances of any damage happening. So it's going to be Juan Bonilla versus Doug Sisk. Here's the pitch. That's a CD clutch defense to the first baseman. And Kingman clutch defense is nothing, so we're not even going to use that. We're going to do it again, and that's going to be a 10 off of Bonilla, and a 48 is going to be out. So Sisk does his job and gets him to pop up to the second baseman Giles, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left, and we move to the top of the 9th inning. Mookie Wilson's leading off against Eric Chow. He's still in the game. Both pitchers have been masterful today. Here's the pitch to Wilson. That's a 7. That'll be off Wilson. That's 72. That'll be out at SN. A fly ball, left field. Gene Richards is out there, the speedster. He gets there. 1 down. Here's Hubie Brooks. Pitch from Chow. That's off Chow's card, a 16, and that is ripped to right field for a base hit. Base hit single for Hubie Brooks. He's on at first, not a base stealer. Here's Dave Kingman. We will check. That was off of the pitcher's card, so there's no error check on that. So let's pitch to Kingman. That's a 10. Ooh, that's going to be off Kingman. That's a 37, and that ball is swung through for a strikeout. So 2 away. And here's George Foster, another power hitter for the Mets. Here's the pitch. That's a 5. That's off Chow, a 33. Is ball 4, and that I believe is going to be it for Chow here. And it's going to be coming up is Strawberry. So we're going to try to see if we can grab a lefty. All right, Strawberry's up. We have a new pitcher. It's Sid Manji to face Strawberry, lefty on lefty. And we're ready to roll. The Mets have a couple of runners on base. Foster's at first, Brooks is at second, and there are 2 out. No score here in the top of the 9th inning, and let's do it. Here's the pitch from Manji. It's going to be a 7, so that's going to be off Strawberry, and an 87, lefty on lefty. That will be an out, an LP. This will be a fly ball deep center field. Backing up to almost a warning track is Wiggins, and he makes the catch, and that retires the side. So the Mets had an opportunity there, and they failed to capitalize. So no runs in that 9th inning on 1 hit and a walk. They leave 2, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Sisk is in there for the Mets. He will be facing Richards, Garvey, and Kennedy. And here's the pitch from Sisk, and that's a 5, so that'll be off Sisk, an 88. Gene Richards is a lefty, and Sisk is a righty, so an 88 lefty against righty is going to be a base hit. Little ground ball through the hole. And Richards is on at first here in the 9th. Now, I just noticed something. I just noticed that that this score sheet that I'm using doesn't have extended number of innings. So I'm going to take the 8th, and I'm going to start using my column, batter by batter column approach. So I'm putting this into the 9th inning, but it's going to be in the 8th column. So Richards is on his first with a single. Now he's a B stolen base, and he's going to go. And there he goes. He flies 87, and runner cannot get jump, so he holds. All right, so let's try that. Let's Steve Garvey's up. Runner on first, and let's move one down. And it was, who was that off of? Oh, it was an 88. Okay, so we're not checking for an error on that. All right, Garvey's up, and he's a right-handed hitter. And here's a pitch from Doug Sisk. That's a 2. That's going to be off Sisk, and a 13 against a righty will be a base hit. So righty on righty 13 is still a hit. 11 and 12 would have been outs, but a 13 is a base hit. And let's see, it's to left field. Going from first to third. Left fielder for the Mets is Foster. He's a T3, I'm pretty sure. And Richards is an OBR of an A. So it'll be 11 to 52. To left, you know what? He's going to hold up. First and second, there's nobody out. First and second. And Garvey gets a hit. And now it's Kennedy. Terry Kennedy. Not a good bunter. So, and that one I believe was on. Oh no, it was also on the. Pretty sure that was on the pitcher card. Anyway, so Kennedy's up first and second. Here's a pitch, and that's a 10. That's going to be off Kennedy, and that's a 26, and that's going to be a drive, and that's the ball game. He drives one in the gap. It bounces, hits the wall, and scoring is Richards, and the game is over. Walk off. Terry Kennedy could have brought in a lefty, but it wouldn't have made a difference. And the ball game is over on that double. Mets lose it 1-0. Because we did pull a 10, that wouldn't have made a difference no matter who I would have brought in. And I was kind of racing and thinking about all these things. So I could have brought in, and let's say I would have brought him in. We can not throw him in there. Would have brought in, what's his face? Orozco. So we'll throw in Orozco. He came in and to face the lefty Kennedy. And Kennedy doubles off Orozco, and the ball game is over. 1-0. The Padres beat the Mets. And again, Seaver gets a no decision. Got a lot of no decisions. Mets weren't a very good team yet. But the Padres defeat the Mets. Let's go over a little bit about, well, I can't go over too much yet because the reason, in a minute I will. All right, so it's Padres 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. Mets with no runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Seaver had a good outing with 7.2, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And the victory is going to go to Manji. He's going to be 1-0. And this replay, the Seaver replay of 83. But I'm having the Stratomatic PC game replay the whole league. So I know everybody's, stats and so on and so forth. But that's it. So it was a pretty good game. This is Seaver's 10th start. And I'm going to print it out the data for him. So I'll have it for the next game, his 11th start. I believe he faces the Dodgers, off the top of my head. And that's about it. It was an excellent game. I had a lot of fun. I like these low-scoring pitching duels. I like that. And at the end, the Padres bats woke up. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, Statis Pro Baseball, vintage Statis Pro Baseball, using the old school boards and charts and cards and all the fun stuff. I will see you guys soon.